Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel Petite and Curvy. I'm Kopal, and in today's video I'm going to talk about 10 tips on how you can start loving your body today. If you've ever felt dissatisfied with your body, if you felt like you have thicker thighs or bingo wings or a very large bust or bigger hips or a bigger tummy or something else that you are not happy about, I really hope that today's video will help you start thinking about your body in a more positive way. I started fashion blogging about 3 years ago, but prior to that, I could never imagine being a fashion influencer at all. I was very conscious about my short height. I'm 4 foot 11 inches tall, and I did not have a size 0 body, not even close. I've always been plump since I was very young. There came a time when I just got really fed up with how I kept shying away from getting my photographs taken or just feeling confident on a day-to-day basis. And then I thought to myself that enough is enough. I'm going to work on my confidence and I'm going to lead my best life. I'm going to share with you a few things that I did that helped me to gain confidence. And I really hope that these tips and this slight shift in your perspective might help you become more confident and more happy. First piece of advice, or my first tip, is to stop comparing yourself with others. This is the most important thing that I have learned. No matter what you do and where you are in your life, there will always be somebody who is thinner, prettier, wealthier, etc. compared to you. Each of us is on a journey of our own. We must never ever compare ourselves with somebody else. We really don't know what they are going through and what's happening in their life. Just by looking at how somebody is, we can't really start feeling bad about ourselves. Remember this, you are unique, you are special. There's only one you in this world. So don't try to be like someone else. So when you focus on somebody else, do you know how much precious time you're wasting? You could actually use the same time to think about yourself and to take small steps to improve yourself and to get better at whatever it is that you feel you lack. Be selfish here and choose yourself. Instead of competing with others, compete with yourself. Think about how you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, and how you can get better in the future and start working on that today. I've put a reminder for myself, which is right here. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Always remember that. My second tip for you, and something that I started doing as well, is to view your body holistically. Sometimes we start focusing a bit too much on how we look. The function of our body is not only to make us look beautiful, our body is there to serve a purpose. The body enables us all to survive and to live a good life. So when I started thinking like this, I realized that I need to be grateful for all that my body does for me. It enables me to live a happy life, a good life. It provides me with a sense of freedom, of movement, of just being and just existing in this world. And I then I then started thinking, why do I just focus on how I look? And I started thinking about how stupid I was, focusing on why I'm so short. I started realizing that I was not doing justice to myself by just focusing on my lack, which was being short. The fact that I am not thin, well, there is something that I can do about it. I can lose weight if I want to. I've done that in the past, but I have suffered because of that as well. So I wanted to find a happy balance where my body was at that particular weight, which enabled me to be healthy and be happy. So that's my second tip. Look at your body holistically and be grateful for all that it does for you each and every day. My next tip is to start practicing affirmations. Affirmations have helped me quite a lot. So it might sound a little vain, but um, every day I look at myself in the mirror and I say, I love myself, and I just feel very happy with the way I look today, right now, at this very moment. Whatever features you think are your strengths, start focusing on them at the beginning and start being grateful for those features. Eventually, start including your whole body in the affirmations. If you've set particular goals for yourself in terms of fitness, for example, or in terms of losing weight, for example, you could say, I'm working on my body, but I love myself as I am right now. Practice gratitude for not just how you look, how your body looks. Practice gratitude for how your body serves you. Be grateful for all the organs within your body that are in good working order and that are enabling you to live happily at this moment. My next tip is to do with your personal style. I'd say get out of your comfort zone and try new things. Sometimes we get into the cycle of saying that bright colors don't suit me, white pants don't suit me, short skirts don't suit me, I don't like that particular style, I don't want to wear that, that thing doesn't really look good on me. And we stop experimenting and trying new things. And I used to be the same. It was only when I started blogging about fashion that I started experimenting more and more. And I can't tell you how happy I am that I actually started doing that. So look at either fashion magazines or look at your favorite bloggers, influencers, whoever you like to follow, and try styles that are either suggested by them for your body type, or just go to the stores or maybe just look up online and see something that is quite unexpected that you haven't tried before and try it. Believe me, you will be surprised how certain things you thought would not suit you will actually suit you, and you might discover new styles that will make you feel very nice when you wear them. My next tip, the fifth tip, is related to the previous one. So when you start wearing new outfits, I'd like you to take pictures of yourself. Now, these photos you don't need to upload to social media, you don't need to send them to anybody. These would just be for yourself, just to see how you look. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, sometimes we only focus on what we think is wrong with us. But when you look at your photos, especially after a certain period of time has elapsed, you will start seeing yourself in a new light. And trust me, I have experienced this. I can say this with confidence. When you start taking pictures of yourself, that shyness to be in front of the camera disappears. Don't ask somebody else to take your photo, because I am a photographer. I know that somebody else's perspective can actually change the way you look in a photo. So start taking photos by yourself. You could invest in a cheap tripod so that you can place your camera on it, or you could just use shelves or books, place your camera on top of them, and with a self timer function, just start taking photos and don't think about angles or anything technical as such. These are just photos meant for yourself, for your eyes only. My next tip is to watch what you're watching. So whether it's TV, Netflix, any of the other OTT platforms, or social media, you have to be very careful of what it is that you're consuming. If you ever feel that you need to lose weight in order to look good, for instance, you have to think about what kind of social media accounts are you following. If you're following accounts of models or people with very thin bodies, and that is actually making you feel bad about yourself, unfollow those accounts and follow um, accounts of social media influencers, for example, who focus on body positivity. Body positivity is about accepting who you are, accepting that your body is worthy of love no matter how it looks. It recognizes the fact that we may need to work on our bodies, perhaps for health reasons, but the body as it is right now is worthy. If you're watching TV programs or OTT programs wherein thicker bodies or darker bodies or any other type of bodies are being critiqued or maybe not being shown in a more positive light, you need to stop watching those kind of programs. What you see directly impacts the way you start thinking. So you have to be careful about what you're consuming these days. My next tip is to start a hobby where you move your body. Now, this could be a Zumba class, it could be yoga, it could be spin class, it could be running, walking, anything that you like to do where you move your body. This is very, very, very important because exercise releases certain hormones which actually make you feel happy. So, why should we deprive ourselves of that? I personally love spin cycling and I really enjoy it. So that is my go to for day to day exercise. And I also learned yoga. So I practice yoga and I am actually going to make a few more videos about how you can increase your self confidence through yoga. So, whatever way you'd like to move your body, do it. It's very important. You will start loving your body even more. Not because, and I'm not saying this for you to lose weight, this is just for your physical well being and mental well being. My next tip number 8, is to start complimenting others and yourself. When you compliment somebody else, have you seen how they blush and feel happy and smile and feel grateful? And they thank you for the compliment. And that produces that sense of warmth, isn't it? So, this is the impact of when you compliment someone else. What I'd like you to do is start complimenting others more. I'm not asking you to give fake compliments, only when you like something that someone's wearing, or maybe just how they look, or just how they are, or their attitude, or their smile, or whatever it is. Just compliment them. And also start complimenting yourself more. I told you to practice affirmations earlier, but also when you wear something new, when you make that effort to dress up, maybe to go for dinner, or maybe you just get ready to exercise, whatever it is that you're doing, compliment yourself. I look amazing today. Or I'm proud of myself today. Or I love how my body moves. So give yourself these kind of compliments. It'll definitely make you feel better. My 9th tip is analyze where your insecurities come from. Why is it that you don't feel self-confident? Was there an incident that happened, that somebody said something to you? For instance, for me, the fact that I'm short and the fact that that is a problem was drilled into me, unfortunately, by um, my relatives, by people around me, always saying that, oh, she's so short. Who will marry her? Things like that. So, you know, it's difficult when people who are close to you say these kind of things. But remember that nobody else in this world has the power to decide your worth. Only you do. I'm repeating that. Nobody else in this world has the power to decide your worth. Only you do. Always remember that. So, people say different things, and different people have different perspectives, and we cannot change them. So, if your sense of self worth or self confidence has been impacted by what somebody else has said to you, remember that they are They are their thoughts. It has nothing to do with you personally. So rather than focusing on what somebody else has said about you, focus on what you say about yourself to yourself. That's the most important. So there have been instances in my own life where people have said, "Oh, you've gained a lot of weight. You should lose weight." And there have been instances when I had lost that weight, a lot of people said, "Oh, you're too thin. You should gain weight." So you can't really start pleasing others. You have to be happy about yourself, about your body, first and foremost. And others' opinions, well, I don't care about them at all. And I would advise you to first mind your self talk and think about what you're telling yourself, um, rather than internalizing what everybody else around you is saying about you. Their opinion doesn't matter, your opinion does. So, if given a choice, be positive. My last tip, the 10th tip, is start thinking beyond how you look. Now, this is a long journey. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time, and personally, I'm still on this journey where I've started thinking about how I look. The way I look is a very important part of my life. Also, because I'm a fashion influencer, there comes a point where we need to move beyond the external face of our existence. In order to live a purpose driven life, we need to move beyond how we look. Sometimes it can be a hindrance um, to achieve a more fulfilling life for ourselves. For me personally, how I look is just the first stage of a fulfilling life. There's a lot more to do with our lives than just focus on how we look. Lastly, self confidence is not about what you're wearing, how fancy your clothes are, and what brands you're wearing. Self confidence is when those fancy clothes are off and you still feel proud, amazing, and happy about yourself and your body. I really hope you gained perhaps just a little bit of positivity from this video. All these things that I have mentioned to you um, have helped me greatly. Becoming body positive and becoming self confident is a journey that we need to undertake. It doesn't happen overnight. There are days when I don't feel confident about myself, and all I do is I think that this is a phase. Today probably is not my best day, but tomorrow I will be fine. And guess what? It always works. So I encourage you to start your journey, no matter where you are at this point in life. Start loving yourself and be grateful for your body. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If there are any topics that you'd like me to talk about, please put them in the description box below. Have a great day, everyone.